about Ceramorphs? Well, no, I don't. I know what this is. You know what? Well, let's hear what he has to say about it.
I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected.
Bum bum! Hey, one vor. If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer?
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Isn't it?
Let's go with yes. You know, of course, utterly ridiculous.
Still, there'd be no harm in me taking a teensy look, would there?
Oh no.
I know all the signs.
The next time we sleep, it's not going to be Astarion who takes a look at us. It's going to be him, like, poking at our head. But I'm just volunteering, just automatically. You know, I should have gone for a bath in the river first.
Tear in your eye. I'd quickly.
Will is like, what the hell's going on?
Dear sweet gods.
Quite the shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Oh! Invoked hero, the bard with 9 lives. Will is inspired. Okay. It does make sense. Like, why hasn't Volo died a billion times by now? Volo's decided to remain in your camp. Having such a learned scholar nearby might be useful. You receive Blazer of Benevolence. I love that it's a blazer. Also, I love alliterations. So it's light armor. Remedial rhymes. When you inspire an ally using bardic inspiration, you gain 4 temporary hit points. Oh my god! Demonac, we need this for our multiplayer campaign. For my bard. That's great. Although my bard is also a cleric. And also a wizard. So I can wear medium armor. But that's pretty sweet. Gale can absorb this armor. Yeah, we'll probably accept it, obviously. I'll probably bin it. We might feed it to Gale later. Yeah, no reason for us to hold on to this currently. So we'll just send it to camp. I want to keep a couple magic items banked, ready to go for Gale, and we'll sell some of the other stuff. Certainly. All right. How you doing, Will? You all good?
Gale slurped that thing up like a horse with a carrot. I hope he got what he needed from it.
So the Blazer of Benevolence is actually an armor of alliteration. Oh, Bartleby. Oh, did we meet Raphael in this run? Okay, okay. Right, Shadowheart went to his realm to talk to him, and I was, like, upset, but that's because I was in bear form. What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story.
What about Donatello?
With the silver tongue.
He's always my favorite.
An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was not apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm like, if I ever see a gingerbread house, I'm going to run away. With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him.
I'll show you guys my Jack of all trades character in a second.
No matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you, the cost
if you didn't watch the video.
Too great.
Spoken of cure, we have to at least hear him out. Yeah. No cost too great for his maintenance infection. I mean, honestly, the whole, like, giving up our soul thing does seem a little too great. So I think for now I'm going to say 1. But here's the thing, right? As we get more and more desperate, like, we've already started to get a bit of a change with Del. We started off, you know, fairly stoic, kind of detached. Yes, give everyone a chance kind of thing. And we've gotten a little bit more desperation, a little bit more darkness. And I suspect that might continue to go as we run out of other avenues for cures. At some point, we might get desperate enough. But for now, we're going to say 1.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything.
Hair's so bright orange. It's because, you know, I'm in the autumn of my life, right? I'm a wood elf. I got the sort of woodsy texture. And then we've got the autumnal leaf as a hair thing. That, you know, at least that's the story I'm going to tell myself. Here, let's just quickly save, finish saving. I'm just going to show, for those of you who had watched the video, we're just going to take 2 seconds to look at, not Tavi, that's my single player game, Therona. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, Tavi also, because what I did with Therona, which is my multiplayer character, I'm also doing as the basis for my single player game, where I'm playing kind of a real nasty person in that one. Can't remember if this is post respec from the video. Yeah, there you go. So this is my level 3 bard, level 1 cleric, level 1 wizard. Awesome. Has like a billion cantrips. Intelligence-based caster. It certainly has some mad going on over here. Intelligence-based caster for using the wizard cantrips for primary damage, and we can learn everything. So even though, as a wizard from leveling up, I only learn these spells for free, I can learn anything from scroll. So I've learned Fireball, and you can use your 4 spell slots over here. And I'm only going to have 4 wizard spell slots, but that's okay. They'll be used for high-level wizard spells and things like that, like Fireball. So this is a level 1 wizard who can cast Fireball and can kind of do everything. Oh, ad timing. Yep. That is a little bit awkward. But there you go. This is the subscriber bonus. You get to see this character of mine. One of the things I might do, I'm going to talk to a friend of mine who plays Ragnar here, who is our Eldritch Knight. And he is wearing the Headband of Intellect. And we'll see if that's something that can be adjusted, because if I can get the Headband of Intellect on my character, it'll make the stats even a little bit better, because what I could do is I could shift the intelligence that I've got here over to wisdom, which will give me more cleric spell slots. Not that it really matters. This character is actually fine like that. I really don't need the Headband of Intellect. But if it ever comes up that there's a replacement helmet for Ragnar, our fighter here, our Eldritch Knight, then I might go and pick it up. So we'll see. I mean, it just depends on whether he's using offensive spells or not. If he's not using offensive spells, he probably doesn't need that much int, but we'll see. Anyway, let's pop it back over to Dell here and see that. We're literally gonna come back from the ad break just in time to be back over here. This is why, you know, you guys who are subbed here, that's your bonus. There we go, and we're back with the lures. Huzzah! Yeah, there's a bunch of stat boosting items. That's the thing. I fully expect I'm going to be doing a fair amount of respec on probably a fair number of characters, including that multiplayer character, as we gain more stat items, because then it means I can shift some things around. So that's going to be okay. So yeah, we'll see. So okay, we talked to you. We talked to you. I haven't noticed this this little area over here by our camp. Very pretty. We don't have an exclamation mark on Lae'zel, but let's give her a little chat.
Gale is positively voracious. Well, let him suck up all the magic he needs, as long as he doesn't snack on a Githyanki silver
I wonder if we get
sword.
one for her at some point. I kind of want Lae'zel in as we meet Karlach, to be honest.
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
We're looking for Karlach now. That's what we're going to do after we sleep here. We're just doing our rounds. Funny to see everyone's reaction to Gale.
So, Gale just consumes magical items like I do wine. We truly are a group apart. Nevertheless, as quirks go, that's a new one for me.
Dell's not my only single-player character. I am currently, I've started a single-player character separately to this that's not being streamed. That's the character I just showed off. If you didn't get caught in the ad break, but I do have a full YouTube video on that. Sorry, I have a YouTube video on my multiplayer version that is currently the Wizard Cleric Bard, and I liked it so much that I decided to make that the basis for my current single player playthrough. And it's actually even better in the single player because having like slightly different origin and things like that, which means I cover like all the knowledge skills, all the social skills. I'm going to be just perfect for main characterness. The only exception, I could have done a little bit better if we'd started with, I believe, Rock Gnome. I think Rock Gnome starts with like expertise in history, which would have made it even better to like get everything put together. But I didn't want to play as a gnome, so that character is a drow. I did go with Saladrin drow. Not that people in game really notice the difference. Yeah, that artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it?
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it.
I did read about that, Sadist. That, yeah, if you do a rest simply by consuming alcohol, there's an achievement. So what we'll try to do with our supplies is we'll try to avoid using alcohol for the rest and then save up a bunch of it and then see what we can do. Or maybe we have enough now, I don't know. Curious that you just happen to have an item that can protect us. How'd you come by it?
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
Blind duty, spoken like a true pawn, tend to be sacrificed first, you know. But sometimes I get promoted to queen. Just saying. How can you go through all this trouble and not understand why? Admirable conviction, though I think I'd prefer to know what I was getting into. I'm gonna go with that.
That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
Maybe romance. I guess I'll go with this. I'm a little worried that she's going to be annoyed by it, but how can you go through all this trouble and not understand why? She has faith.
I told you
and also,
already.
She doesn't remember.
I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
Okay. Oh, let's pet the dog.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Thanks, buddy. You too. Pet the dog. Oh, you're the good boy. Who's a good boy? Is it you? Are you the good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, I better not say that too much. Bella's gonna get jealous. All right. I do have enough camp supplies. You say that. Oh. That's okay. What's happening? Do I just have an itchy back? Am I just itching my back on the...
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead.
Oh, I know what's about to happen.
Through your fingers.
I'm gonna wipe the sweat from my brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you.
Careful, Lae'zel. Apparently I develop crushes to people who hold daggers to my
We
throat.
are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Well, we're gonna use our mind flares. Surrender Lae'zel, not become an abomination. Does that just end the run right there? That's awesome. But no, we've decided we are gonna use our mind flare powers whenever we get the opportunity now. No, Lae'zel, I need to poop. Yeah, I just have a stomach illness going on. Ooh, advantage, illithid, yeah. Oh yeah, I've got +1 forbidden knowledge from reading the Darkhold. Oh, it's DC 2. Just 8 bad pork loin. It's like, no, I'm just remembering what we saw in the barn earlier.
Your blood runs quicker, feeding the gnawing absence at the center of your mind.
Ooh,
Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon.
Damn, girl.
Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Vlaakith.
Be strong. You'll survive this. You will please your queen. Let's just see how far you've gone. Give me the blade. I'll make it quick. No, let's see. You'll be strong. You'll please your queen.
I will not let the Geich take me.
Everyone approves.
I will earn Vlaakith's honor. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn,
Yeah.
I will end us all.
She's so excited for a murder-suicide. Is actually doing the full sleep right now? I might have still had some supplies on me. Because if you have any on you...
Just in time. You are transforming.
Oh, this one is free. That way it didn't prompt us. Okay. Yeah, I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you
She's
before.
pretty.
And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry.
I mean, not as pretty as Asterion,
You will
but you know.
not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
You feeling it right now? I'm feeling it right now. Take the hand offered to you.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite.
You made yours a deep gnome and
Your instinct
forgot.
is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
Nice fireworks.
A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential.
I'm sure she's not leading me down a bad path or anything like that. I mean, certainly not.
I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
Yeah, so there's a lot of possibilities here. This is a real person that's guarding us, or this is just a hallucination, a manifestation of the mind worm. Also possible. It could be a real person that's not the mind worm, but is actually just trying to corrupt us. You can go in any direction at this point, which is great. I think what this means is I can now consume our brain in a jar. Does it show up as like under potions category? No. Squint mode engaged. There it is. Consume.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you,
You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
Open your mind to the head pull. I'm not sure about this. Close your mind. Keep the parasite out. Num 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 num.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be.
Oh yeah, where's Lae'zel in all this?
Pure power.
Maybe I shouldn't have done it in camp.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Unlimited power! So, I'm sure there's going to be these great guides that develop to, like, point you to, like, these powers that, you know, oh, this is the build you want to go for. But I don't know what these locked things are, and I don't want to know what these locked things are at all. We can pick any of these 5, and it will lead to these on the outer one that we at least get a preview for. So let's first look at what we could develop with this inner ring. Psionic Overload. Class action, so it resets on a short rest. It's a regular action. Your attacks deal an additional 1d4 psychic damage, but you take 1d4 psychic damage every turn. Transfuse health. Sacrifice half your remaining hit points to heal the target for the same amount. I suspect a lot of these things won't be available in bear form. Concentrated blast. That's a lot of damage. You must be concentrating on another spell to cast this. If the target was concentrating, you heal as much as the target that was dealt to. So, as long as we're concentrating, we deal 3d6 psychic damage. And if they're concentrating, we also heal 3d6. Cool. Yeah, don't look at the overall damage number, the 6 to 36. The same thing happens with Astarion's Vampire Bite. It's totaling all the dice, so it's considering this 6d6 damage, which is not true. Because it's only 3d6 damage and 3d6 healing. So it's a bit of a tooltip error. Force Tunnel. Charge forward, pushing all objects and creatures in your path 4 meters away from you. Doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. It's pretty useful. And then the question is, what do these things lead to? And that might be more important than what these abilities are by themselves. Call the Weak. When you bring a creature down to fewer hit points than the number of evolved Lithid powers, it dies and nearby creatures takes 1 to 4 psychic damage. What if nearby would include myself? It doesn't say enemies. Oh, if you read the whole thing, Quill, the damage healing one consumes the ability on which you were concentrating. Oh, the spell you were concentrating on will end. Yeah. I think I remember that from our playthrough on Multiplayer. Sonic Backlash. When an enemy within 9 meters casts a spell, you can use reaction to inflict 1d4 psychic damage to the caster per the spell's level, which presumably could ruin concentration spells. I wonder if this is available while I'm shapeshifted bear form. Yeah, Karn, I do know about that parasite jar in the Druid thing. I don't know if we picked it up on this run, so we will be looking for that next time we're in the Druid town. I strongly suspect I didn't pick it up on that run because I think it was considered theft, and I didn't want to do it at the time. But now that we know that these parasites are delicious and nutritious, we're going to be looking for those, right? Been running Psionic Backlash, and everyone says it seems really strong. I don't know, like, there's not clear lines. I felt like after I invested in one, there was clear lines. I think I have to take Concentrated Blast to get the Sonic Backlash. We may or may not make use of this, but this seems really potent. Shield of Thralls. Conjure a volatile shield around yourself or an ally, granting the target 10 temporary HP. It lasts until long rest. If these temporary hit points are lost due to incoming damage, the shield bursts, possibly stunning nearby foes. So it's resettable on a short rest. So it's 10 HP that lasts until a short rest, or a long rest, or until it gets popped. Then might do some damage. That is quite cool. Perilous Stakes. Invest a creature with power that heals it when it attacks, but also makes it vulnerable to all damage. Stage Fright. Your targets have disadvantage in attack rolls and take 2d6 psychic damage each time they miss. Targets overcome their stage fright early when they succeed in attack roll. Ability Drain. Once per turn when you make an attack roll, the attack reduces the target's corresponding ability by 1. Ability is reduced the same as the one used to make the attack roll. So usually strength. That is, again, if this works while I'm in bear form, so I would just be constantly sapping enemies' strength while I keep just wailing on them. Luck of the Far Realm. When you make a successful attack roll against a foe, you can change that hit into a critical hit. I'm assuming, it doesn't say, but I'm assuming this is just like once per long rest or something like that. Because obviously it would be